YouTube? It's your boy Big Bang Cam, and I'm back with another reaction video. And today we got the boy Jimmy High Roller. They said they were the greatest team of all time. Now I don't understand the context to it, but shit, y'all messed with the last one that I posted with Jimmy. So you know I gotta run it back part 2. Let's go.
Beat Corrales.
Check this out. You see that score? USA versus Germany. Germany is up 82-81 with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The game should have never been this close, but it is. In fact, it's been a close contest since the opening tip. Both teams going bucket for bucket, neither of them really able to pull away. Someone is going to have to step up and take control of this game if they want to win. And of all the players on this court, of all the talent, the greatest shooter of all time, a former MVP, the future of USA basketball, it is none other than all-reliable 39-year-old LeBron James who completely takes over this game.
Fires James, knifing forward. Outside. Nice here. Save by James. Trying to take over. Inside. Trying to answer the tie-in. James another rebound. To do so this coming weekend. Post. No. James another board. Which will send him to the line. Look at this bench reacts. LeBron James open for three.
I ain't gonna lie, 39, nigga LeBron really be running shit. I ain't gonna lie. But man, y'all think about it. He's finna be 40 in December. Think about that. And he's still running. Come on, bro, be for real.
Does he take over? You have a right to do.
With the game on the line and 4 minutes left in the fourth, LeBron turned back the clock and completely put Team
like
USA on his
I ain't
back,
gonna say
scoring their final 11 points and single-handedly outscoring Germany. The Young Bucks are loving it. These performances should have came to an end years ago. And yet, here we are, 22 years in,
Derek White
and
made
the
it?
old
What?
geezer still got it. But, wait a minute.
Time out. Derek White, but Jaylen Brown didn't make it? Hold on. What?
This is the best basketball
so.
team on the planet. Some have even called this roster the best team of all time. But if that's the case, then why out of all of these players does it take a 39-year-old LeBron going ballistic in the final minutes to win a game by single digits? Their previous game against...
You gotta remember, bro, it's two different eras, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that's something you gotta remember. It's two different eras, bro. The 90s and now, bro, the players from overseas was horrible, bro. They probably trash.
Separating the U.S. from a loss.
It's probably really
a couple
bad.
months back, when this team was first announced, they were immediately hailed as one of, if not the greatest team ever assembled. However, through 5 exhibition games, 3 of which were won by 6 points or less, the title of greatest team ever seems to have been given out a bit prematurely. Is this team truly the best team we've ever seen? On paper, they have all the credentials to fit the bill, but on the court, they aren't nearly as dominant as some teams from the past.
But you gotta remember, like, come on, you gotta think about who's playing,
Today,
bro.
I've teamed up with Baltimore's ticket in. Last summer, after a 4th place finish in the FIBA Basketball World Cup, reports surfaced that LeBron James was recruiting players from around the league to suit up for the U.S. men's national team for the 2024 Olympics, reaching out to teammates, friends, foes, all to better their odds of defeating a common enemy: everyone else. And although fun to imagine, the team he was attempting to put together seemed like a classic case of too good to be true. Except it actually happened. A 12-man roster that some are saying is the greatest basketball team of all time. LeBron, Durant, Curry, Embiid, Tatum, AD,
All right,
Booker.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm really be honest. Y'all could have kept Jason Tatum. I would have picked Jaylen Brown, but that's just me personally, you know. That's just me.
Who has since been replaced by Derek
Y'all could have kept him too. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all could have kept
White,
Derek White.
Edwards, Halliburton,
Y'all coulda
Holiday,
kept him.
and Bam. One of the most
Y'all could have
loaded
kept
teams
half these.
in
Y'all
the history of
could have kept half
basketball.
these.
And yet,
Shorty,
5 exhibition.
Let me think. I would have replaced Derek White with Damian Lillard. Facts. I would have replaced Bam Adebayo with Jokic played somewhere else. Who better big? Rudy? Would you take Rudy? What big man was you replaced with Bam Adebayo? I don't know, but I know it wouldn't be him. I know I ain't paying him.
Into this year's Summer Olympics, and this team has
You
just barely
down,
escaped
bro.
with a win on multiple occasions.
So you just
Nowhere
put your
near
jersey
some of
back,
the
bro. You
close
ain't playing
blowouts we
touching-
have seen Team
you
USA
ain't
put
touching
down in the
nothing.
past. Which begs the question, Is this
Tyrese,
actually
you
the
could've
greatest
stayed where
team
you
of all
was at, bro.
time? Greater than the 1992
You could've stayed
Dream
where you was
Team?
at, gang.
A group of players that won games by a record-shattering margin and took basketball to a global scale. Are they greater than the Redeem Team? Or even the U.S. Olympic team in 2012, led by Kobe and a prime LeBron and Durant? Well, it all
Like,
depends
bro,
on
think
how
about
you
it,
want
like,
to
bro, be fair. You had Kobe on the same team. Oh, God, hold on. Okay, listen.
greatness.
Let me see.
Are we talking about a team?
Hold on, we gotta break. Hey, you need to break it down just a little more. You need to break the team down just a little more. You're throwing me off.
Still save.
Are we talking about a team with the best collection of talent? Or is greatness defined by how good they are as a collective unit? And since the 2024 U.S. Men's Olympic team has yet to play a single non-exhibition game together, I assume we are referring to option number one. In terms of major career accomplishments, such as MVPs, championships, All-NBA teams, the key milestones that we use to measure how great individual players are, here is how the 2024 U.S. Men's Olympic roster stacks up against some of the greatest teams of the past. Now, it's important to note that I only took into consideration the accolades these players earned leading up to the time of the Olympics. So, for example, although Michael Jordan won 6 titles and 5 MVPs by the end of his career, I only included the 2 titles and 3 MVPs he won heading into the 92 Olympics. This is only fair since players on the 2024 roster have yet to finish their careers and still have time to pile up more accolades. So this is a
MVP. I think
snapshot
LeBron
of
got
how
like 2
accomplished
MVPs, don't
these
he?
teams were at the time of their formation. And when ranked against the most accomplished teams, you could make an argument that this 2024 team is the greatest of all time, just slightly edging out the U.S. men's team in 1992 and in 96. Oddly enough, the 96 U.S. men's Olympic team was more accomplished at the time of their formation than the 92 Dream Team was. But overall, this year's team is arguably the greatest team in terms of their basketball resumes. But that might be due to the fact that this year's U.S. Olympic team is old. By the 92 Olympics, Larry Bird had already played his last NBA season. His back was completely toast, and he was the oldest player on the team by a considerable margin. He was 35. Which means right now, Stephen Curry is older than Bird was during the 92 Olympics.
Crazy.
In fact, Devin Booker has already been in the league longer than most of the players on that 1992 Dream
crazy.
Team. So although this 2024 team has the advantage of experience and longevity, the team in 92 got many of their players during the peak of their careers. So what if instead of accolades and accomplishments, we looked at how good these players
Oh,
were
bro, yeah, just
individually?
think about it, bro. These two haven't even hit their peak yet. I'm gonna be honest, Jason Tatum and Bam peaked. I ain't gonna lie. Matter of fact, these people are. I'm just be really honest, bro. These people only really make noise because the East is so bad. Like, bro, let's be for real. These 3 players right here, they only make noise because the East is bad. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm keeping the buck. Drew Holiday, I respect Drew Holiday, bro. I was messing with Drew Holiday way back when he played with the Pelicans, bro. I can't even. Curry, you know what I'm saying? KD, you know what I'm saying? AD peaked already. Joel, I don't know. A lot of these niggas peaked already.
At the time of the team's formation, here is a chart of the 2024 U.S. men's Olympic basketball roster and their production and efficiency from this past season, with box plus minus on the y-axis and win
Bro,
shares per 48
I hate when he do these little graphs, bro. I don't know what I'm looking at.
on the x-axis.
I didn't like this
now,
part,
a few
man,
things
bro.
jump out here. Tyrese Halliburton has been considered one of the weaker links on this roster,
He's
but he
not
was
good,
actually
bro.
one of the better players
Bro, I
on this
thought
team
he's so
throughout the regular
overrated,
season.
bro. I ain't gonna lie.
LeBron James is really old and still really good, and Joel Embiid's spot is a quick reminder that if it weren't for a season-ending injury
He
this
will win
past
MVP.
year, the man might be a back-to-back MVP
Yeah,
right now.
definitely, for sure.
And
I
now,
agree with
for
that.
some context, here is the 2012 U.S. Olympic team and their advanced numbers in the season
Kobe
leading
is.
up to the Olympics. LeBron was the best player on this team, followed by Chris Paul and Kevin Durant. They also had a veteran Kobe Bryant and Olympic Melo. And statistically, you can make an argument that the individual players on this team were better than the players on the 2024 team.
Facts.
The 2008 Redeem Team was relatively young and inexperienced in the international realm, with LeBron James leading the way coming off of his 5th season in the league, a young Chris Paul entering his prime, and MVP Kobe Bryant.
Facts.
But overall, this team probably wasn't as good as the U.S. roster this year. 1996, however, is one of the more underrated teams ever assembled, with a ton of 90s greats like Pippen, Gary Payton, Reggie Miller, and of course, the greatest front court lineup the world has ever seen. featuring David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, and Karl Malone. This team was experienced. They were all still in their prime, and as a whole, they were better than this year's team. Which leads us to the 1992 Dream Team, who are still on a completely different level from any other team before and since their inception. Because here's Michael Jordan, here's David Robinson, Magic Johnson, Drexler, Stockton, Barkley, and the rest of the team. And now we have a better picture of...
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like it's either between... If we... Oh, man. It's definitely not one of these two, I'm gonna be honest. It's definitely... But I don't know. Who y'all got, bro? If y'all was to put these three in the tournament, bro, who y'all think will win? 92, 96, or 2024? I'm gonna be honest. I feel like it's really between 92 and 96. Because if we really thinking about the talent that was on the court compared to these, you feel me, who playing right now, bro, I don't know. This 96 team looks like they smoking this 2024 team. Especially with the front court, brother. I ain't gonna lie. The 2024 front court is so soft. Like Embiid, Bam, and AD, they so soft compared to like the lineup they was just naming. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. They knocking them off just for the front court. But if we talking like backcourt, oh yeah, 92 got it, bro. But I ain't gonna lie though. Nah. Like, think about it, bro. You gotta think, bro, no. Like, no, I ain't gonna lie.
How good this 92 Dream Team was.
I don't know.
The 1992
But you can't take Kobe out the mix. Let's be for real. Let's really be for real. I'm a big Kobe fan. I ain't never gonna throw Kobe out the mix. No matter how garbage his team is, I'm never taking him out the mix. Oh, bro, so I don't know, bro. Like...
team was so
they
good
so stacked,
that Anthony
bro.
Edwards
so
in 2024 was statistically worse than every single player on the 92 Dream Team outside of Christian Laettner, who hadn't even played a single minute in the NBA up to that point. Now, you may be thinking that these stats of the players in 1992 might just be inflated, or possibly a miscalculation. How is there so many all-time great players at their peak in the NBA in 92? And where are all of these players today? Well, they're playing for other countries. Because here's Nikola Jokic.
Oh, bro, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, all the good players, all the real good players, they playing overseas, bro. And this is a conversation I was just having, bro. It's a lot. The overseas for running the NBA. And
here's Luka Doncic, here's Giannis, and here's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So, in terms of individual dominance, the 92 Dream Team would be like having this 2024 roster without some of their relatively weaker links and the addition of Luka, Jokic, Giannis, and SGA.
This would be
that is how good the Dream Team was.
Oh, bro, this would be a different conversation.
See one single team as good as this 1992 U.S. Men's Olympic team was ever again. In 1992, basketball was a sport dominated almost exclusively by American players. The NBA, and by default the entire world, revolved around players from the U.S. There was, of course, exceptions to this. Among the elite foreign players of the early 90s were Nigerian-born Hakeem Olajuwon, who ended up playing for Team USA, Patrick Ewing from Jamaica, who also ended up playing for Team USA, Detlef Schrempf from Germany, and Croatian legend Dražan Petrovic. But that was about it. The NBA had yet to really pursue basketball on a global scale. The two international teams that were eventually added to the league wouldn't make their debut until 1995. 95% of all NBA prospects were American-born or attending U.S. universities. But as Steve Kerr said after Team USA's loss in last year's FIBA World Cup, this isn't 1992 anymore. Over the last 32 years, the number of foreign-born NBA players has skyrocketed. From 21 foreign-born players, just 5% of all active players in the league in 1992, to 125 foreign-born players throughout the league in 2024, representing nearly a quarter of all active players. Today, when players join international competition, more often than not, they're just playing their NBA teammates in these tournaments. Right. It's a bunch of NBA guys versus a bunch of NBA guys. The 92 Dream Team. It's a bunch...
What is ON? What is ON? What is ON? What the... Jamal Murray is Canadian? What the... I did not know this,
NBA guys
bro.
Versus a bunch of NBA guys. The 92 Dream Team was and still is the greatest team ever assembled because they were a collection of the best basketball players, not just in the US, but in the entire world at the time. Outside of Hakeem, who was arguably not as good as Ewing or Robinson in 1992, and Isaiah Thomas, who was unjustly snubbed from this team, they couldn't have gotten any better. Now, in the case of this 2024 team, they're great, but they aren't nearly the best possible iteration of what the greatest collection of talent in the entire...
Like, look at this, bro. Like, bro, hold on. Let's be for real. I'm definitely swapping Tatum out for Jalen Brunson. That's a fact. Matter of fact, I'm swapping out Derek White for Jalen Brunson. That's number one. AD, you gotta go. I ain't gonna lie. Tatum, you gotta go. Nah, you gotta go, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, bro, why is Jimmy balling now? Oh, he hurt. Jalen. Dang, he's hurt. Dang, bro, I forgot. Oh, bro, you would have been out of that game. You would have been out of that game. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You would have been gone. Oh, bro, put Wemby in there. I ain't gonna lie, man. Put Wemby in there.
...world would look like today. So not only was the Dream Team the greatest collection of talent in the history of basketball, nearly all of the players on the Dream Team were at the peak of their powers, but they were also eviscerating teams.
Jesus.
More legendary than this 92
Time out,
roster,
did that say first quarter?
but they were also
Hold on.
eviscerating.
Shorty 64 to 6 in the first quarter. Gang, nah, there's no way.
More legendary than this 92 roster and the dominance of their individual players, the Dream Team was crushing their opponents.
Bro, LeBron
in
can
game
never.
one of group play, the Dream Team scored
Bro,
100
imagine if they had Kobe. Gang, oh God.
and 16 points while holding their opponent to just 48.
God.
In the semifinals, the Dream Team beat a really good Lithuania team by 51 points.
Oh my
if you want to know
God.
just how outmatched these countries were, look no further than the guy who just threw in the towel and just started snapping pictures of the Dream Team while the game was still going on. And in the gold medal game against a loaded Croatia team featuring 6 NBA players, the Dream Team won by 33 points. Look at this play right here. Gold medal game. The pride of an entire country on the line. Barkley hits Leitner for a 3 and calls it good before he even puts up the shot. These games were never close. In fact, this team wasn't even fair. During the 92 Olympics, the Dream Team had an average margin of victory of nearly 44 points. The largest margin of victory of any men's team at any professional level, and twice the margin Team USA put up in the 2016 and 2020 Olympics. Their average margin of victory this summer has been just 10 points. Granted, they are still making tweaks to their lineups and experimenting with different game plans, so this number will likely change over the course of the Olympics. But through 5 exhibition games, they aren't winning in nearly the same blowout fashion we saw in the past. And this level of dominance that we saw from the Dream Team, the USA men's team in 96, 2008, and even 2012, will more than likely never happen again. In 1992, excluding the U.S. team, the 11 teams that played in the Olympic basketball tournament featured 18 players that were active in the NBA or were in the NBA at one point in their career. In this year's Summer Olympics, the 11 countries outside of the U.S. that are playing in the tournament feature 60.
Okay, this kind of makes sense, though. I ain't gonna lie. It kind of makes... Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. And I had this conversation, like I said, I had this conversation not that long ago. The NBA, I mean, it's a lot of talent overseas. It's a lot of talent. Like, look at Canada right here. Alexander, is that his brother? No, I don't know who that is. Dylan Brooks, I don't know why he made the team. I don't know how he made the team either. These are like nice. On bro. Trey Lyles, Jamal Murray, Nembhard, Dwight Powell, Kelly Olynyk. I know who these are. Rudy, you know what I'm saying? I never heard of a couple of these people. Nicholas Batum, Evan Fournier, Rudy Gobert. That's okay. I didn't know. This is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Nikola Jokic. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Nikola. It's two Djokovic. That's crazy.
8 active or former NBA players. Now, this is an oversimplified way of looking at the caliber of these teams, because as we've seen before, having the most NBA talent on your roster does not guarantee success, but it does show just how much the world has caught up with the US in basketball. The once massive chasm that separated USA basketball from the rest of the world has been shrinking for over the last decade or so,
Canada,
and is now at a point
much
where
longer.
many countries can truly contend for a gold medal. As it stands, this 2024 U.S. men's roster may be the greatest team ever assembled in terms of their accomplishments and their legacies and resumes. But when it comes to the sheer dominance they have on the court together and how good each individual player was at the time of the team's formation, The Dream Team is still the best team in the history of basketball. And with the leaps and bounds foreign players continue to make, I don't think we will ever see one single team reach this level of dominance
Bro,
ever again.
I ain't gonna lie.
A team that
Imagine if Kobe was on this team. Just imagine if Kobe was. I ain't gonna lie. They would have been winning by
Still
60,
remains
50. Oh, they
the
already
gold
won.
standard.
50, 60. They would have been winning by 100. They ain't gonna lie. That would have been like the first 100-point NBA loss ever of all time, bro. I promise you. But I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead and drop how you feel about it in the comments, bro. Who do y'all really think was the best NBA team ever assembled?